Hi, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to share a few thoughts on how to cut costs on monthly internet subscriptions. I live in Finland. These tips may not apply on all locations. Like for example, US, many mobile operators have data caps on your mobile subscription plans, like amount of data that you can transfer in 1 month, and if you go over the limit, then you have to pay an additional fee. But luckily here in Finland, no such limitation exists. So basically, you get unlimited amount of gigabytes per month, which you can use for download and for upload. The same applies for your mobile subscription and for your home router internet connection subscription. Basically, I live in the middle of nowhere, so technology-wise there are not many alternatives. The Finnish mobile operators have been pushing 5G for a while now, and they are more than happy to sell me a 5G subscription, but there is no coverage in where I live, so not much use for me. So basically 4G is the only alternative. The DSL landlines have been torn down years ago. 4G is also the most cost-effective subscription. It's cheaper than 5G, and where I live the coverage for 4G is very good, and also the quality of the network is fairly okay. I'm able to work remotely throughout the year with hardly any downtime. The most effective cost-cutting measure is if you get rid of the home router subscription entirely and share your internet through a mobile phone using feature called tethering or mobile access point. Might not be the most convenient way, but definitely it's an alternative. So there's no need for an additional subscription if you share your internet through your mobile phone. So no extra SIM card needed, and it offers also more flexibility and works whenever your phone has coverage. It is not tied to one location where the home router is located. Perfect solution for a van lifer or someone who only has one laptop or a couple of devices. Also consider sharing internet from your mobile will drain the battery faster, so it's good to have a charger at hand if you have a long session. For my use case, the modem is a much more convenient way. We have a family of 4, so I'm not the only user. Kids like to play Roblox and watch YouTube videos. Wife uses the internet actively for her work, and also I have some home monitoring and solar inverter online. So having a steady connection is important for me. Also, I have Ethernet cabling running through several buildings, so a single Wi-Fi access point will not cover that. So my choice is to use Ethernet cabling whenever possible. It's more faster and more reliable than the wireless. So I've been working professionally with networks and IT for past 25 years, and ever since moving to the countryside, I've had the lowest possible 4G internet connection tier, so the cheapest possible, because even though I am a heavy user, the bandwidth requirements are not that big really. The heaviest task I do is offsite backup of my photographs and videos and my wife's files and so on. So that's kind of bandwidth intensive for the upload direction. But for download, 15 megabits was just sufficient for me, no problem there. And if I can get a stable latency and VPN connection stays up, I'm happy. I can work just fine. I think the operator sales tactics are borderline scummy, because they will try to sell you the highest possible connection speed, even though 99% of the users will not notice any difference between a 1 gigabit and a 100 megabit connection. But of course, that's their job, it's what they do, and it's not a shocking discovery that when you walk into an operator store, they will try to extract the maximum amount of money from you, sell you fast connections and devices and so on. Even if you have Alzheimer's, you are probably walking out with a bunch of crap you don't need unless you're careful. Smartwatches have been around for a while, and some time ago I noticed an interesting product, this multi-SIM service. It has probably existed for years, but it is more advertised now that smart watches are more common. Basically, it means you get a second SIM card for your secondary device, which means a secondary phone or a smartwatch. So, for example, if you take a run, go jogging outside, you can answer a phone call from your smartwatch directly without having to carry your phone. And basically it will ring on two devices whenever there is an incoming call. However, there are some limitations on the primary SIM of your mobile subscription. The speed is as your phone's plan, 100 megabit in my case. And on the secondary multi-SIM card, it is capped to 10 megabits per second. So I noticed this and thought, what is preventing me from taking the secondary SIM card and putting it in my mobile phone, and taking the primary device SIM card and put it on my mobile 4G router, my home internet router. And I give it a go and it works just fine. However, on the operator side, there's a warning that we do not recommend using the multi-SIM additional service on tablets, routers, or other devices that do not support regular calls. In this case, calls may be completely blocked on both the main subscription and the parallel card. For tablets and laptops, we recommend using mobile broadband subscription. Of course you would, because you get more money from the customer by selling more expensive subscriptions for those purposes. But technically, there is nothing to prevent you from doing what I just said. And I tested it several times and didn't notice any problem on incoming calls. So the statement is total and utter bullshit. Not true. So, to summarize, why am I talking about the multi-SIM service, you might ask? The idea here is to order a multi-SIM service to your mobile subscription with a physical SIM card. A virtual SIM card will not work in this case. And the multi-SIM service is an additional service to your existing mobile phone subscription. The naming might be different on your mobile operator, but same principle. And if we take one step back, this is the most important point. The primary SIM card has the full throughput, 100 megabit throughput, and the secondary SIM is capped to 10 megabits. So what we would do is move the primary SIM card to your 4G router to get the maximum bandwidth out of this where it is needed. And then you take the secondary SIM card with the 10 megabit per second limit and put it on your mobile. And then you cancel the internet subscription for the old SIM card, which is no longer needed. And the price saving is quite obvious. In my case, it's over 68% cheaper to use the multi-SIM instead of the previous dedicated internet connection. Many of us has felt the effects of inflation, increasing interest rates, wage stagnation, and of course overall increased cost of living, housing, groceries, insurance, healthcare, and so on and so on. It is like a great philosopher of our time, Devin the Dude, said, $1 used to be a whole lot, but it's hardly worth shit today. Think about it for a while. Maybe there is room for optimization in your spending and subscriptions. And it may sound like tinkering over such a small amount, but at least in my profession, it takes quite a few hours to earn 206 euros after taxes, like in this example. And remember, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. So I'm curious to hear what are your experiences. Comment down below if you find any of my tips useful. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.